we'll be using I have a presentation. I've got some pictures to show. So I'm excited about that. But we're covering a couple of topics tonight. We're going to be sharing about some holiday ideas, which are great. And then we are also going to be talking about adopt a grandparent. So I want to start out actually with adopt a grandparent. I know, Maya, this is something that you are doing right now. Tori, are you familiar? You're doing adopt a grandparent, right, Tori? Yeah. So tell me, girls, how that is going for you right now. Where are you in that process? Have you started? Have you not started? Where are you seeing success? Were you seeing some, difficulties? Maya, what's that like for you?
I just put it out on my Facebook so far. I haven't like pushed it. I've gotten a couple people that said, because they do something every year, they donate to a charity or something like that. So they're just making sure they have their finances in order before they like commit to how many. Um,
Right,
so somebody's been like, oh, I'll probably do at least maybe three or four, but we just have to make sure like the finances and stuff are there. So like,
right,
we're just I'm just kind of in limbo with some people. Um, but I'm going to start doing more stuff weekly,
right.
starting this week and just posting it in my Facebook group and doing that and then sending individual messages as well. I was kind of going to
Okay.
wait to the after the Hydra session and then start
Yeah,
pushing more. So,
I love that. Okay. Very, very cool. Yeah. So what is that pushing going to look like for you? So you just started with the Facebook post, but what is that pushing? What are you planning on doing?
so like the individual text messages, even contacting certain people and being like, hey, you're a teacher. Do you want to make cards? So doing that aspect of it too. Um, and then I know a couple people that have like businesses. I know that's not a
Right.
tax write-off, but like if their business wants to, and then their name goes on the card as the
Right.
business. So, um, doing that
Right.
aspect of it too. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and like as you're talking, it's multiple, reach outs. It's not just going to be a Facebook post. You are thinking of a variety of people that could be involved and involved for different reasons in different ways, whether it's making the cards, whether it's getting their business out there, doing their own personal, charity, gifting that they like to do around the holidays, all great things. But then, of course, you know, what I love about Adopt a Grandparent is it's not just our customers who we're reaching out to about this. It's everyone. So it's everyone in our family. It's everyone in our friends groups. It's in our church. Do you know anyone who would want to support a cause like this? You know someone who, has a heart for the people who are in nursing and assisted living facilities, and so just kind of garnering that kind of conversation as well. It is a good thing. So um yeah, so very good. Well, Maya, thank you so much for sharing that. Audrey's always gotten very good responses from Facebook. Um, but she doesn't just stop there, but that's always her beginning. And then she does a lot of private messages and direct messages with people. I'm assuming those of you who have done Adopt a Grandparent, you have a list from last year, I hope, of who participated. So reaching out to those people again and saying, hey, we're doing sponsor a grandparent, or adopt a grandparent again. And, last year, you were involved. Would you like to be involved again? This is what it looks like, and kind of break down what the cost is and how many would they like to support. Um, and maybe asking some of those people to be like ambassadors and say, would you like to be an ambassador? And, look for 10 people or 5 people within your circles who would want to be a part of my mission because I've doubled my goal or I've added 50, gifts to my goal this year. Would you like to be an ambassador and help support me in, broadening and expanding the reach of this program? So that is another way to just kind of get more people involved. And so, adopt a grandparent, we say it all the time. This is not a money making, thing. This is a giving back to the community kind of thing. So, which is a great thing. Now, I'm going to be I've done adopt a grandparent for the past several years. Last year, I just kind of did it because people asked me about it. I wasn't planning on it because I had just done a big chemo care thing in October, and delivered a lot. I don't know if it was like 100, over 100. It was a lot that I had delivered to my cancer center. And so I've got to like do some chat GPT work and see what kind of creative, names they can come up. But I would like to do those snowmen, but bring them to the cancer center, because I just have such a I just have such a bond with that place. And so I don't know if it'll be like Snowmen for Smiles, or something along those lines, to just bring those to the cancer center, because I know that my feet were cold when I went into that cancer center and I was getting chemo. So having those fuzzy socks is going to be a great thing, and having that foot cream, and those legs is a great thing. I remember when I think it was when I was getting Benadryl. I don't think it was actually during the Taxol chemo, but when I was getting Benadryl, like I would have restless legs. I could not stop moving my legs. It was the wildest. I never had that before. I've never had it like since, but it was crazy. I could not stop rubbing my legs together and crossing them and uncrossing them, and like, tucking them in and straightening them out. And like, it was just like, and one of my friends who was sitting with me, she's like, "Are you okay? Like, what's going on with your legs?" And I'm like, "I can't stop moving them." It's just like wild. So, having some kind of like, not that I'm saying that mint bliss is going to help with that, but just after having a very active leg session. I did go away after I stopped getting the Benadryl infusion, but it might be a nice little treat to have that mint bliss. And then the fuzzy socks actually during treatment is a wonderful thing. Okay, well, what did you say, Maya? Oh my gosh. Oh, you had it when you were pregnant. Oh, I did not have that when I was pregnant. It is a wild feeling. It is weird and very uncomfortable. It is not a comfortable thing at all. Like, not at all. All right. So, adopt a grandparent. Any other, it sounds like you girls already have your facilities lined up. How many, you have your goal. And, this is very early. I mean, we're not even in October yet. You may find that you can add on another facility, right? You can expand to the reach. And so don't be afraid to do that. And, as of right now, I haven't heard that the socks have sold out yet. I think they're still available, the free gift with purchase. So if you don't have what you need, consider doing that, getting those socks so that you've got the free gift with purchase, because otherwise you're buying socks and that's annoying. So if that's what you're doing for adopt a grandparent. So I probably need to actually do more because I only did 50 and I've already sold a bunch of them, which isn't that crazy? People are already buying them for me because they're in the lookbook, and some people are already buying them. So actually I need to order some more for myself because I do want to send a lot to the cancer center. Okay, so let's look at some holiday packaging ideas. Now this is going to be Halloween holiday. Okay. We will next month really be hitting heavy with the Christmas holiday and Thanksgiving holiday. But I found some really great resources and ideas around Halloween. And disclaimer, I'm not a huge Halloween person. I don't decorate my house spooky. I put out pumpkins and fall things. I like fall. I like harvest. Thanksgiving. Like I love that. I'm not a spooky person. And so this isn't like spooky things. This is cute. All right. This is cute. And I'm also going to do the disclaimer that I personally have not done these ideas. So I'm just going to say that. Usually I like to train from, I've done this and this is what my experience was. I can't do that, but I have been watching Kristen Sharp do this for years. And in my research today, I found this twist on Halloween that I have been on the receiving end, not with Mary Kay products, but on the receiving end of being booed. Has anybody been booed? That something, do you know what being booed is? Um, okay, so let me tell you about my experience with being booed, and then we'll get into the little pictures. So this has happened twice that we come home and once it happened that it was already on our door, and another time it happened that somebody like did a ding dong dash. They rang the doorbell and they ran away, and we opened the door, and sitting there is a plastic pumpkin, right? Like with the handle for trick or treating, filled with all kinds of fun little goodies. Not some candy, but like not necessarily candy. They're just like there was like a little light up pumpkin inside, that you would put batteries on and it would like a little jack-o'-lantern light up. One had like it was not very good wine, but it was like this Halloween, like, like red blend wine or whatever. It was very, very sweet, but it had a cute little, like, boo, like ghost label on it. Like nice chocolates. There was like a pair of socks in there, like with ghosts on them. I mean, just like fun little themed things. And it says, "You've been booed." And you're not supposed to know who it comes from. It's just supposed to be like a fun little way to just, spread joy and that. And so, and then it says like, pass it on, boost somebody else, take out these goodies, put your own goodies in and pass on the bucket, to someone else to be booed. So it was very fun to be on the receiving end, and I did pass it on each time to other friends, and it's just it's just fun. And so it's throughout the month of October. It's not just for Halloween, it's during October so that you kind of have like this time to just be having fun, dropping off fun goodies on people's doorsteps, and making them smile. So let me share with you what we've got here. Oh, there is an we'll do announcements at the end, so just don't look at this quite yet. Okay, there we go. And we'll get back to giftology. And we'll get back to those too. I want to do the boo thing. Okay, so this "you've been booed" thing, you can do this with your customers and invite them to to basically nominate people in their lives who you can boo for them. So for instance, I did look this up, some really good scripts here. So for instance, you can reach out to your customers and say, "Boo bags, have you ever been booed in your neighborhood? I have. Boo bags include Satin Hands Shea hand soap and various candy along with the 'You've been booed' note. Order yours soon for a timely delivery. Surprise someone today. Cost is $10 plus tax." Right? If you're just going to do the hand cream. So you can pick whatever product you want, put it in a cute little plastic, they've got the charcoal mask in there. I could see other people have like the biocellulose lifting mask. So having a mask is kind of fun for Halloween, right? So putting that in there with the note, Mary Kay catalog is in there. Your information is going to be in there, and then like some candy. And so you can decide what the cost of this boo bag is going to be. Another thing that you could call it, I thought this was really cute, is "Do You Boo? Do You Beauty? Do You Boo Beauty?" I don't know. Do You Beauty? Maybe I don't like that. I can't say it very well. Okay, forget that. Forget that idea. All right. But so basically your existing customers are asked to nominate a friend or neighbor to receive a boo bag. And then, you're going to deliver it for them. And what's important is that, oh, here's some more things. Like, look at the tiny ones she has. Like, that is pretty perfect for just having, and she's got some that looks like, I think that was a nail polish that we had and some kind of lip product. Looks like her business card is tucked in the back, some shred and some candy there, little ribbon on the side, super cute. This other one is like in a little envelope box, so it doesn't even necessarily have to be in a plastic, pumpkin. You can just put it in some kind of other bag or box. I mean, really whatever looks cute. But having a note card, whether it be this one or you create something else, but it says you've been booed. Now what? Let the booing begin by following these directions. 1, enjoy your treats. 2, place the we've been booed sign on your front door. So you're going to have that tag, which was right here. Okay. Oh, that says you've been booed. We've been booed. I don't have that sign. Okay. Within 2 days, contact the independent beauty consultant listed on this page and nominate a person you'd like to be booed too. The consultant will secretly deliver your nominee with a package like this. And so now you've got new people reaching out and saying, hey, I've been booed and I want to boo someone else. And now that could potentially be a new customer for you, right? That's a new contact for you because you can say, okay, great. And you take their information of who they want to nominate. You're going to do the delivery. Have you ever, and then you ask that person, have you ever been treated to a free Mary Kay pampering session? Right? Like that's part that's the boo that goes on is you get a free pampering session. And so I just came up with that. Isn't that fun? And the boo goes on. And so yeah, and so you can invite them either to a virtual or in-person pampering session as part of their boo bag that they get that as well. All right. So kind of I thought this was super fun. And I am going to incorporate this. I'm at the school every day this week, which is great. It's great to be a part of the school. But I have been, I was like, this was not my intention to be here every day. I have a business. Like, I have a business I need to be doing. So we're starting to make some boundaries, and that's been just fun. So they are respectful of the boundaries. And so, yeah. So yeah, super cute with that. Now, another idea around the pumpkins is to do pampering pumpkins. So this is kind of like a gift, right? That people would do, maybe not necessarily like the you've been booed, which is going to be a very inexpensive, like easy thing to pass along, like around, 10 to 20 bucks. But having a pampering put. So some of the suggested sets that you can put in these pumpkins are satin hands and satin lips, a skincare line, clear proof skincare line. So this is something that people are giving to their children, right? Maybe to their teenagers, to you know, yeah, maybe nieces or nephews. Another idea is to do the satin hands hand soap, which you girls know that's being discontinued, right? Did you know that? The hand soap and the hand sanitizer. Okay. All right. You know that. 2-in-1 body wash and shave and hydrating lotion. Another set could be the charcoal mask, the brush, and the moisture renewing gel mask, the mask applicator. So you can kind of create different types of pampering pumpkins. And then there is a suggested script here, which is, hi, Susie. It's Danny with Mary Kay, and I have a fun idea I would love to share with you. Can you give me a minute? Okay, great. With Halloween just a few days away, I wanted to tell you about my pampering pumpkin gift idea. I have the most adorable pumpkins in various colors that I'm filling with Mary Kay products. I'm customizing these fun containers with anything and everything from body care to skincare, color cosmetics, cosmetic brush sets, and more. Something for everyone, teens, mothers, daughters, aunts, aunts, grandmothers, dads, husbands, significant others, anyone you want to surprise with a treat. Prices begin as low as 30 bucks and go up from there, depending on your budget. The colorful pumpkins are dolled up with ribbon and will definitely bring a smile to the little kid in everyone. So cute. Tell me, Susie, who can you think of that would love to receive a pampering pumpkin gift from you? I'd love to customize at least one for you. Okay. So another cute little idea for doing some gift sets with these pampering pumpkins. So I love that. I think that's very cute. Now, little social media idea here, because I was just on Audrey's event today, her meeting with Gina today was they had a lady from PR at Mary Kay Corporate, and she specifically does a lot with social media. And she was talking about the types of posts and content that we can be creating that is going to get the most engagement and get the best like return. And so a lot of times it is she had some ideas, and I've got to go back because I had to get off. I would think it was only supposed to be like a half hour, and she was like going on 50 minutes, and I'm like, I've got to get ready for this meeting. So I had to get off. But some of the things that she was saying that are like good attention grabbers is like asking a question. So you want to like not be like salesy, like, hey, I've got these pampering pumpkins to share. You want to be educating and sharing information. So you could say, what's a pampering pumpkin? And say, this is a pampering pumpkin. And you're just explaining what's in a pampering pumpkin, right? And then you could say, if you know someone who would love to have a pampering pumpkin or you want one for yourself, send me a message. So you could do that, but starting out with answering a question. Or you could have like two different kinds of pampering pumpkins. Like maybe one is all skincare with masks, and another one is all body care. So you could say there are two types of pampering girlies, in the world today. Those who like to pamper their face, those who like to pamper their body. And obviously, that's a very broad, probably not true statement, but whatever. It's social media. So you're just doing it, and then just like, which one are you? Are you the pampering for the face girly, or are you the pampering body girly? Right. And you're showing those two pumpkins. You can do, so it's like the this or that, the asking the question. You could do something like, I don't know how to do it around pampering pumpkins. Uh, but like she was talking about like retinol for beginners, just as another idea. So if you can do something like something for beginners, and then just educating on what is retinol, how do you use retinol, right? Because there are people who've heard of retinol, but they don't know it should be used at night. They don't know that it makes their skin sensitive to the sun. They don't know that more is not more, right? They don't know that you shouldn't be using an exfoliating product on the same day as doing retinol. Like there's so many things that people don't know. And so just having some information that you're sharing with people is going to be really good. She did mention that, I guess, according to whatever, like people that are studying social media engagement and trends and everything, people like videos and are like, I guess 60% of their time will be spent on videos over pictures and reading paragraphs. So don't be afraid of the video. All right. Don't be afraid of the video. And as a reminder, Mary Kay has the social media playbook, and I do not make enough good use of that. And that is on me, and it is gold because anytime I look at it, I'm like, these are such good ideas. Mary Kay gives us such good posting social media ideas, and it's free and it's right there. So make good use of that. And she, also said, and this is going to be something, a rule of thumb for everything. So with doing as we start talking about open houses, doing adopt a grandparent, when you really start, pushing adopt a grandparent, really communicating a lot about that. You're communicating a lot about if you're doing a Pink Friday or Pink Weekend sale, if you're going to be communicating a lot about these pampering pumpkins or the boo bags, whatever it is, work smart, not hard. And also, that means plan your work and then work your plan. So, whatever it is that you want to communicate and that you want to incorporate into your business, have just take us, it's just a couple of minutes of deciding when and how you're going to communicate to your people. Like, I'm going to start out with a Facebook post on this day, and then I'm going to follow up with a text message. I'm going to use the customer, the e-cards for email, like through Mary Kay in Touch, right? And so you just do it. And if you're like, I don't know how to come up with a communication campaign, ladies, ask Chat GPT or ask Amy. They will come up with it, like, or not they, it, right? There is it is. I can't tell you how many good ideas I'm getting from it. Am I a little leery of AI? Very much so. I am very much so. But it is a tool that can be used for something like this. And so if you say, okay, ChatGPT, give me a communication campaign, of a mixture of text messages, social media posts, and emails that I can send out to my customers over the course of a week, you know, um, encouraging announcing and communicating a sale that's coming up, right? Or, announcing my open house that's coming up. And they will give you the things, and there'll even be a question at the end, or a couple of questions that say, do you want me to simplify this? Would you like me to come up with more specifics? And you can say, okay, make it more cutesy, or ask more, write out these posts with more engaging questions, and they'll rework it until it looks exactly the way you want it. You can direct it. So I mean, I need to use it. My poor son Asher, this is like off, but just all of the uses that even our teachers at my school have recommended. We have an accelerated reader, which means our kids have to be reading these books within their reading level each month, and then they have to take a quiz on it, and it's like a pretty big part of their reading grade. And my Asher is very smart and very bright and very much a middle child with a touch of ADHD. So, what does that mean? No focus, no planning ahead, no plan your work your plan. Like, that doesn't exist for Asher. So, we're in Maine and he's got his book. He's not even halfway done with it. And I was like, you have to take the quiz on Tuesday. You have 4 days to read more than half of this pretty large book. And so he sped through it, right? And only got 6 out of 10. Not great, right? So obviously wasn't reading for understanding. But what the teachers have told us to do is to check their understanding because the book that he read, I've never read it before. It was a Roald Dahl book. I've never read Roald Dahl. But to ask AI to come up with comprehension questions for these books. And it does. And it gives you the answers. And so there's all that to say, there's just so many uses. If you are having a hard time wording something, because I do too, I'll have like a brain fart and I'm like, how do I invite somebody for a Hydra session, right? Ask AI. It's a good guide. You don't have to totally go with it, but it'll get your, you know, creative juices flowing, and then you can tweak things the way that you want it to sound like you. So all that. All right, so that's what we've got for today. Let's go into some announcements for things. So, oh yes, Maya, yeah.
Okay, so I think my struggle is that there's so many good ideas, but how do you choose without going too overboard? Especially like I
Yeah.
know I have a very like sound customer base, and it's
Yeah.
like I feel like I'm flooding them and flooding them and flooding them. So it's
Right,
like, how
right,
do you choose? Because I don't want to do like Halloween and then my open house is in November, like the first or second week of
right.
November.
Yeah.
And so it's like,
Okay. Yeah.
how do you gauge, I guess,
Right.
when to,
Right.
what sales to do or what,
Right.
like, do you do the buckets and open house? Like, how do you,
I get that. Yeah. I get that. So what I would do is I would ask them, especially like the ones who, it doesn't have to go out to everyone. If you're concerned, like, I want everyone to be a part of my open house. Like, that is more important to me. But I like these pumpkins ideas, and maybe some people would like the pumpkins. So you tell them, like, hey, I'm going to have an open house for all things Christmas, right? And, the holidays. Um, in the beginning of November, and you'll get more information. However, I saw this really cute idea with these pumpkins. Is that something you would also be interested in? Right? And just ask them, is that something that you would, that is that something that you think I should also incorporate? And you could say, I don't want to bombard you. I don't want you to feel like there's something every week.
right?
Um, my open house is like the big thing. But would you be interested in this? And if not, that's okay too. I thought it was just a cute idea. I just wanted to run it by you. Yeah. So you can definitely do that. And maybe, your open house is something that's reserved for your customers. And if you're interested in doing like the Halloween thing, make that more of a broad, I'm just gonna just share that on social media
Hmm.
to people, right? But like the open house is really going to be geared towards like my customers. And you may gain new customers through your social media engagements that, hey, they just did some boo bags. And hey, now that you've done, they weren't your customer before, but they wanted to boo some of the people in their neighborhood. Well, now they get an exclusive invitation to your open house,
Hmm.
So yeah, but I understand, and that's a big reason why I've never done really the things with the pumpkins either, because I felt like it was just so much for my brain. Even like not even necessarily that didn't want to bombard my customers, but just that I can only handle so much, right? And I'm putting so much into Christmas and into those holidays. But there is something that can be captured with these Halloween things too, right? And some people who do the Halloween thing, they wouldn't have done the Christmas thing.
Right, because it's like you have Halloween and then you have the open house normally, and then you have Pink Weekend or Pink Friday,
Right,
and then you
right,
have Christmas sales, and it's like
right.
a lot.
A lot. Yeah,
And I mean, I do stuff, other things throughout the year, but not as much as like what I do in
yeah.
the next like 2 to 3 months. So it's
Right,
like I
right,
don't want to like, and then you're like flooding it, and are they going to keep
right,
buying because you're already flooding it?
right. Well, let me ask you this. Do you see other stores like Kohl's, for instance, that they're constantly doing something every week from now until Christmas? And are they
Right, they
worried
are.
about people? Yeah,
And but it's like they're a store, and I'm not technically
right,
like, it's like you're walking into those places, whereas like you're not walking
right,
into my house all the time? So it's
right,
like,
right.
do you
Yeah,
look at it more as like, here's my online, because I have like the personal or like the business
right, right,
Facebook. Um, so do I use that more of like the store type of thing where it's like every week is there something different until Christmas, or
mm,
is it like too much? Is it not, you know what I mean?
right. I would definitely put a lot into the open house and let that be a big focus. And then, hey, if you miss my open house, I still have this, right? So it's just kind of like people, if for whatever reason they weren't your customer yet, or they just forgot about your open house or weren't able to participate for whatever reason, or something happens in their life, that really gets their attention for a good reason, um, you still have those other sales, you still have those other promotions, right? And you can put that out front too to your customers and just say, my store is going to be open and there are going to be like fun promotions from now until Christmas Eve or the week before Christmas, so however long you want it to be. But my open house is going to be if you're looking for the best shopping and the best deals, it's going to be with my open house on this date. Yeah. So, and just put it out that, put it out there. Because hey, if that open house is, I mean, and that's the thing too. People will come to the open house, but there's still what, like 6 weeks until Christmas, 5 to 6 weeks that they may be like, oh, I forgot about this person, or I still need this, or and so they can still keep shopping with you, especially if you still keep putting it out there. So, um, I would give yourself that kind of mental self-coaching of, okay, I am a retail store and I mean, you are competing against other retail stores, right? Like you are competing against them going into Kohl's, right? Or going into Ulta or Sephora, whatever. You want them to come to you for beauty and, skincare and body care. So, um, that, yeah, so don't be afraid to be a part of the chatter because they're going to be flooded with so much. So make sure that they're hearing from you too. I don't know if that helps, but yeah. Yeah. And you know what, Maya, like, and I think for all of us, give yourself the grace to figure it out. Like this will be like, your second holiday or third holiday. And so, you kind of have a gauge and a feel for what you liked and what feels good and feels authentic for you. But, don't be afraid if it's not perfect. That's okay. It's all right. So, yeah, it's all good. All right, so let's go into some announcements here now. So I'll be posting our October schedule very soon. But in the meantime, let me just share this with you. What we've got going on is a week from today will be October 6th, and we are going to be doing again a Motivation Monday meeting with Cheryl Fulcher. So we did our first one last week, or last whatever, in the beginning of this month. That is going to be the first Monday of every month that we get to be a part of that. Now, yeah, you girls have had awesome months, like killer months. And so there is I think it's a Google form that I'll share with you. I'll get that from Ashley, where you can put in your, for recognition. So for parties and faces and sales and everything. And so, do it because maybe you're thinking like, oh, this is with a national sales director and there's probably so many like, high achievers and I probably didn't do this. I'm telling you, this at the beginning of this month, hearing what people have done is just like, you guys are right in with them. You are right in with them. So fill out the form, be accountable. Very cool. And it's really cool when a national sales director says your name. And then when she starts saying your name every month, she's going to wonder, who is this chick, right? Who are these chicks? All right, so that is on the 6th. Now, oh wait, no, sorry. It's the 13th. So Million Dollar Monday is the 13th, not the 6th. Our meeting will be the 6th, the 20th, and the 27th. So, but there will be a meeting every Monday, and it'll always be at 8 o'clock. Okay, always be at 8 o'clock. Now, we do have an Epic Winning Wednesday guest event again. So that is the marketing event, and that is on the 15th of October. So that is a Wednesday evening at 8:30 Eastern time. So mark your day for that. Um, the last day to enroll your customers for the winter PCP, Preferred Customer Program, is Wednesday. So that's a little off. It's usually like the 17th, but the dates are a little shifted around because of the holidays. And so it's this Wednesday. So if you haven't done your your PCP yet, do that today. You're right. That Wednesday is the last day for that. And we are going to be having a YouTube event on the 23rd. There may be another one in there, but I haven't talked to Ashley to schedule another one. So, but Thursday the 23rd at 8 o'clock, we will have a YouTube guest event. There may be another one thrown in there on a Tuesday. So, but we'll keep you posted. So, all right. Another thing that I want you girls to know about is, and let me pull it up here, that is giftology. So I know a lot of you are familiar with giftology. You know exactly what it is. Some of you do not. So giftology is, oh wait, am I going in the wrong, I'm going in the wrong direction. All right, hold on. There we go. Okay, so Giftology is a virtual Mary Kay gift show and giveaways. This is an event that Kristen Sharp and Brittany Jenks have been doing together for a couple of years now, and it has been very, very successful. I have always gotten good results from Giftology. Always. I've gotten sales, I've gotten bookings, I've gotten team members. The date for the event, it will be live on YouTube, is Sunday, November 2nd at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. The last couple of events, it has been really tight with the time that it is right at an hour that the whole thing is done. The presentation and the giveaways. They do it quick. So you can see some of the prizes that are there. We've got like a ninja there. We've got some kind of fancy hair tool. I don't know what it is, but some kind of fancy hair tool. A KitchenAid mixer. We've got the red light mask. We've got Lululemon. We've got gift cards for Nordstrom and Amazon. We've got the Ember. Hey, do you girls have heard of the Ember coffee mug? It is, yeah, I've got an Ember. Max got me one. Very, because Max is, if it can be something that can be plugged in or charged, that's what Max wants me to have. So I have an Ember. And it is pretty cool. It does keep my tea hot for a long time. UGG, slippers are there, Solo stove, they're the Bose earbuds. So many, Mary Kay, and then so they're going to be showing Mary Kay gift sets that that people can purchase for themselves or to gift to other people. Always a range of price points that are going to be presented there. They are going to be talking about bookings. They're also going to be doing marketing and talking about the Mary Kay opportunity. And it is $12 for directors and consultants. So I can't cover you for this one. This is something that if you want to participate, it's $12 until the 15th. After October 15th, it's $15 to contribute. Okay. But you can sign up at that QR code or go to giftology.pink and register there. When you register, you are going to get an email with all the scripts, all of the images, all of the tools. I mean, like everything is there for you to just implement, right, for Giftology. And it's just so good. So I highly, highly, highly recommend that you put that on your calendar for November 2nd and you make the decision to participate with that. So the $12 does not go towards the directors or national sales directors that are putting this on. It goes towards the prizes and towards the all of the what am I trying to say? Like the back end office, right? Of putting it on. So the website giftology.pink, and they have hired somebody called Curtis Hanna who runs everything, runs all of the registration, runs all of the prizes and the Google forms and all of the entries to make sure that it does run smoothly. But no director national is even taking $1 from this event. They are volunteering their time, which it's a lot of time, to put this in, and and then for the prizes. So it's very cool. And I hope you participate because it's really great. All right. So any questions about upcoming events or so there's a lot of ways to invite people. And I do want to encourage you, ladies, that if you have not invited all of your customers to an Epic Winning Wednesday event, you are doing them a disservice because they have a chance to win $100 cash. 5 people win $100 cash. They have a chance to win Mary Kay product. They have a chance to hear the Mary Kay opportunity and maybe decide that it's for them. And so if you're not inviting everyone, you're not working full circle and it's not nice. You're holding back. So don't hold back. Okay. Don't hold back. We need to make more use of this event because it is a great event that we get to be a part of. All right. Well, let's do some of our recognition for this evening. So if you sold $1 worth of Mary Kay last week, will you raise your hand? All right. Awesome. If you sold $100, keep your hand raised. Yay, Tori. Okay. $200. Keep it up. All right. Tori, how much did you sell?
I'm not sure, but I had to get active again, so I think I made it.
Oh, okay. Yes, you are active again. Okay, good. And so was that sales from customers or that you purchased for yourself or a combination?
Mostly customers. I got like one or
Oh,
two things,
good.
but
Awesome. Awesome. Congratulations. Yay, Tori. All right. Awesome. Welcome to the A1 Club. So that is very exciting. All right. So let's talk about our bookings. If you have one face booked, okay, single faces, raise your hand for one face, single faces, two faces, 3, 4, 5. Are you both 4? Okay, all right, we got a tie there. And now parties. I know someone's been booking some parties. If you've got one party on your books, raise your hand, Miss Danny. All right, one party. Keep it up for 2 parties. 3 parties. You got 2? All right, all right. Awesome, awesome. Congratulations, Danny. Yay. All right, and then our next thing is Pink Possibility Chats, sharing the opportunity. How did we share last week? Did we share? Okay. I didn't share either. I was in Maine. Which, by the way, if Maine is not, if you haven't been and it's not on your bucket list, put Maine on your bucket list. It was so incredible. It was so incredible. Oh my goodness. Like, it was beautiful. Absolutely amazing. So that's all I'm going to say about that. But wow, if we could have like Mary Kay like retreat in Maine, oh my goodness, like that would be so much fun. It would be like incredible. We need some like, and Tori was giving me all the tips on Maine. She was telling me about, I never found lobster ice cream, Tori. Can you imagine? Ice cream with lobster pieces in it. I never found it, Tori, but I must confess, I wasn't really looking for it either. I tried the blueberry. I did the blueberry ice cream thing, and I was eating like real hot lobster, like not an ice cream. But if I did see it, I probably would have suggested that we get a scoop and the whole family try it. So, but yeah, Maine was very great. So, well, thanks for joining me tonight, ladies. Love, love, love our time together. I'll be with you next week. I don't know if we're gonna have a slideshow because Lori is out of town for the next couple of weeks. She's on an amazing trip herself with her husband. So we may not have a slideshow, but we will have a great start to the month. So together on the 6th. So have a great night. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you next week.